everyone, welcome back to another guy talking about movies. I'm KJ Duff, and for the last video of the year, I'll be talking about The French Dispatch. Before I get into the review, I would greatly appreciate it if you eagerly like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to passionately press the notification bell to be notified of my future videos. Also, you can find me on Instagram at The New Cinema Republic. Stop by, say hi, and follow me if you like. Let's get into it. When Arthur Howitzer Jr., founding editor of the newspaper The French Dispatch of the Liberty, Kansas Evening Sun, dies suddenly of a heart attack, his entire staff unite to put together, as requested in his last will and testament, a final farewell issue of the newspaper. The staff moves forward, republishing 4 articles from past editions by the expatriate author cultivated over the years, with Arthur's obituary serving as the long-running newspaper's bookend. Those 4 articles, The Cycling Reporter by Herb St. Cesarec, The Concrete Masterpiece by J.K.L. Berenson, Revisions to a Manifesto by Lucinda Cremens, inspired by the real-life May 1968 student protests in France, and The Private Dining Room of the Police Commissioner by Roebuck Wright, are brought to life and told through the eyes of their respective writers and the editor who helped them put it all together. The French Dispatch is written and directed by Wes Anderson, who came up with the story with Roman Coppola, Hugo Guinness, and Jason Schwartzman. It is produced by Indian Paintbrush and American Empirical Pictures, distributed by Searchlight Pictures, and has a runtime of 108 minutes. But believe me, it feels like a feast. Throughout the course of his career, Wes Anderson's style of storytelling has evolved into a unique and complex form of art that has taken root in the avant-garde, proving himself a true master of film composition and aesthetic. What's more, Wes quietly flaunts his artistic freedom while simultaneously answering the question posed by French film critic André Bazin in 1958. Qu'est-ce que le cinéma? What is cinema? The answer, The French Dispatch. With his 10th film, The French Dispatch of the Liberty, Kansas Evening Sun, Wes Anderson has solidified his status as an auteur de la cinéma. The French Dispatch is not only a celebration of journalists, some of the characters are inspired by editors, writers, photographers, and frequent collaborators of the New Yorker magazine from which the French Dispatch draws its inspiration. It is also a culmination of Wes Anderson's complete filmography. It is the perfect marriage between narrative, theater, German expressionism, animation, and literature. Not only does he pay homage to prolific writers like James Baldwin, A.J. Liebling, Mavis Gallant, Joseph Mitchell, and others, he also draws inspiration from pioneers of cinema like Orson Welles, the French New Wave, and even Wong Kar-wai. There is a somber tenderness to this film. Days later, its impact has lingered in my heart and mind. It's almost as if you can pause the film at any frame and sell it as a piece of art. The vivifying color palette Wes employs when he chooses to utilize them are visual delight. The scenes can't help but burst out of the screen. I can't think of another film to draw comparisons from. No one in the film industry is doing what Wes Anderson is doing. Not in storytelling, not in craft, nor in pure cinematic innovation. Not technological innovation, pure cinematic innovation. Orson Welles credited his cinematographer Greg Toland for the technical advances made in his 1948 classic Citizen Kane. The innovations include deep focus, the use of exaggerated camera angles, depth of field, and active matte paintings, all of which are still employed today. Of Greg Toland, Orson said,
"Ignorance, sheer ignorance, there's no confidence to equal it. It's only when you know something about a profession, I think, that you're timid or careful. I thought you could do anything with a camera that the eye could do or the imagination could do. And if you come up from the bottom in the film business, you're taught all the things that the cameraman doesn't want to attempt for fear he will be criticized for having failed. And in this case, I had a cameraman who didn't care if he was criticized if he failed, and I didn't know that there were things you couldn't do. So anything I could think up in my dreams, I attempted to photograph."
Simply put, Orson pushed the boundaries of filmmaking by being ignorant to the idea that it was theoretically impossible. Similarly, Wes Anderson has a near symbiotic working relationship with his cinematographer Robert Yeoman, who has worked on every single Wes Anderson film. The French Dispatch contains large set designs that move and shift with the swiftness and speed of a live play. None of this can be achieved without a cinematographer who who is not afraid to push the boundaries of what cinema is supposed to be. Wes Anderson has a knack for keeping emotions even keel. I can't recall a moment in any of his films, even in instances of deep trauma, where the film becomes melodramatic. No one throws themselves on their knees in the middle of an empty street, tears in their eyes, yelling up at the gray skies during a heavy downpour. No obscene or grotesque gags for cheap laughs. Everything in this film, pain, joy, humor, all of it is organic. That speaks volumes of both the directing and the acting. The acting is superb, even though this film boasts a large cast of characters from Bill Murray, Tilda Swinton, Benicio del Toro, Adrien Brody, Lea Seydoux, and Owen Wilson, to Frances McDermott, Timothy Chalamet, Lena Kodry, Jeffrey Wright, Matthew Almeric, Stephen Park, Willem Dafoe, Edward Norton, Leah Schreiber, Christoph Waltz, and Elizabeth Moss, just to name a few. They each play their part in filling this fictional world and keeping the audience engaged. They really do their job of making us feel like their reality really does exist in ours, while simultaneously being aware that this is a piece of fantastical fiction. It's genius. I only have one negative critique. I love this film. Wes Anderson is one of my favorite auteurs. That being said, casual moviegoers may find this film either boring, pretentious, or highbrow, or any combination of the three. Gone are the days of commercial acclaim, because that is not what it's about, not an art, and I think Wes has the freedom not to care whether his films are universally well received or not. What Wes is doing is cataloging his legacy, creating timeless pieces of himself through cinema that will remain on Earth long after he's cast off his mortal coil. For me, that's the reigning theme of the film. Not death, but the life that death invigorates. Arthur Howitzer Jr. died alone reading birthday telegrams, but that's not what matters. It's not about how you died, but how you lived and the impact you've made in others' lives. Arthur loved his expatriate writers, even though they couldn't help but inject themselves into their prose. He was the thread that unified them all. It's why etched above the door in his office are the words, "No crime." Because though life is often filled with dreaded pickpockets, rats, vermins, gigolos, streetwalkers, dead bodies, prisons, protests, kidnapping, and public urinals, there are also a few flower shops. Like I said, anyone familiar with Wes Anderson's work will thoroughly enjoy this film. It's an amalgamation of all his work from Bottle Rocket to Grand Budapest Hotel and everything in between. For anyone looking to get into his body of work, start at the beginning of his filmography and work your way up. It's the only way to appreciate Wes Anderson's evolution and celebrate what he has accomplished with The French Dispatch. And that does it for me. If you watched The French Dispatch, let me know what you thought below in the comments section. Please like and subscribe, hit the notification bell for notifications on all my future videos, if you're ready to commit. If not, I understand. I'll be here when you are. I'm not going anywhere. Follow me on Instagram at The New Cinema Republic. Thanks for watching. Happy New Year. See you in 2022. Stay tuned. Hey there, 2021 is just about over. In celebration of this year, I want to take the opportunity to look back at all the best and biggest moments in another guy talking about movies' inaugurate year. Check it out. Welcome to The Late Show. I'm Stephen Colbert. What's that now? This is not The Late Show? And I'm not Stephen Colbert. Well, then who am I? KJ Duff? Who the hell is that? Hey, welcome to my channel. My name is KJ Duff. I'm KJ Duff. I'm KJ Duff. I'm KJ Duff. I'm KJ Duff. And I'll cut right to the chase. I love movies. Películas. Le cinema. I'm a one-man show. I'm the cameraman. The writer. The on-screen talent. Oh, are these apples? And the editor. And today I'm talking about The Matrix Resurrections. And today we're talking about Spider-Man No Way Home. And today I'm talking about the card counter. I'm Just a guy talking about movies. This is another guy talking about movies. Another guy talking about movies. Another guy talking about movies. I'm just another guy talking about movies. Stay tuned. Yep, that's where you stand. That's your marker. All right, tell us your name and where you're from. Yep, that's the camera. Tell us your name, where you're from.
My name's KJ Duff. I'm from Florida.
Okay, KJ Duff from Florida. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, yes, I've always wanted to be an actor, and I thought, hey, I'm 40. What am I waiting for?
Freeze, you son of a bitch!
Okay, well, we need to see your range. Can you do that for me?
Absolutely. I can definitely do that.
All right, great. Let's see what you can do.
Okay. All right. Just give me a prompt.
Okay. Give us cold.
Yeah. Okay. Sure. Cold. Cold.
No, you're doing hot. That's not cold. You're doing hot.
cold.
You're doing hot.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, no. Cold. I can do it. I got cold.
Okay. Yeah, that's really good. That's good.
It's real cold.
Oh, stop. You don't have to say cold. You don't have to say that you're cold. You can see that you're cold.
Okay.
Freeze, you son of a bitch!
Oh my goodness, what is this? What am I seeing here? Please don't look at the camera like that.
Some emotions. Give us a laugh.
Sure. All right.
Bigger. Bigger. Ooh, too big. Ooh, too big. Dial it back.
Okay. All right.
Okay, now let's see sad.
Sad.
Mm-hmm. No, sadder. No, sadder. Come on. A car just ran over a newborn puppy. It's your puppy. It belongs to your baby girl. She's crying. She's pulling at your leg. She's upset. She's crying. You see her eyes. You want to help her, but you can't. You want to give her your heart, but you can't. You're so distraught. Oh, my God, crier.
Freeze, you son of a bitch!
All right, let's see despondent. Yeah, despondent. Ugh, terrible. Terrible. Just stop. Okay, let's see angry. There you go, you're angry. No, not like someone peed in your carpet. Angrier. Like someone kidnapped your wife. There you go, you're angry. It was the gang who did it. You want to crush them. You're angry. You're seething. You don't know what to do with yourself. You're foaming at the mouth. You just get angry. Yeah, no, we've seen enough. You got any special talents?
I can juggle.
Okay, I guess. Let's see.
Okay. Shit.
Freeze, you son of a bitch!
Okay, so they're saying you prepared a monologue?
Yes. I can feel your anger. I'm defenseless. Take your weapon. Strike me down with all of your hatred, and your journey towards the dark side will be complete.
Okay, yeah, we're done here. Please call security. You can get off the stage now. Come on, get off. Come on, let's go. You're terrible.
Freeze, you son of a bitch!
I just want to say something. There's an artist out there. Want to stay an artist. Want to be a star. You gotta worry about executive producers, all in the videos, all on the record, dancing. Come to Death Row! Jesus. Is it always gonna be like this, Mike? Are people really like this?
You remember what Immanuel Kant said about humanity?
Shame to say I don't, Mike.
Exactly.
Hey, well, hey, some of those clips on.